This tells a little story that I went through when I was 18 years old on a hitchhiking trip up in Canada with some buddies of mine. We actually went up and saw Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young right after we graduated from high school, and hitchhiked up into Canada, ended up on the streets of Toronto with a couple bucks left in our pockets. And we didn't know what we were going to do for 4 hours. We decided we were going to take a bus back because we were tired of hitchhiking for several weeks. So we got our Greyhound tickets, but it wasn't going to leave for about 4 or 5 hours. And we were walking down Yonge Street in Toronto. Lots going on, but not a lot going on when you only have about $6 between the three of you. And then we saw the Oasis in the distance, the sign that said, beers, 10 cents. And we went, oh, we know what we're going to do the next few hours. This one's called 10-cent beers. 1, 2, 3, 4. But adventure's all in. And this 1 year over, and we're smiling back, looking over our shoulder at what's taking place in the week since we're gone. We're burning the whiskey and carrying on. Now we're drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Ticket in my pocket says the Greyhound leaves at 4. Drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Down to my last dollar means I'm good for several more. We're too young to worry and too dumb to care. We headed north with our thumbs in the air. St. Lawrence Seaway was where we were bound. Packs on our backs and we slept on the ground. Now we're drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Ticket in my pocket says the Greyhound leaves at 4. Drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Down to my last dollar means I'm good for several more. Well, our last ride ended a mile from the border, so we hit our smoke. There was no law and order. We made the island in a hard driving rain. It felt so good to be back there again. Now we're drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Ticket in my pocket says the Greyhound leaves at 4. Drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Down to my last dollar means I'm good for several more. Adventure's all in, and this 1 year over, and we're smiling back, looking over our shoulder at what's taking place in the week since we're gone. We're burning the whiskey and carrying on. Now we're drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Ticket in my pocket says the Greyhound leaves at 4. Drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Down to my last dollar means I'm good for several 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Ticket in my pocket says the Greyhound leaves at 4. Drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Down to my last dollar means I'm good for several more. Oh, I'm good for several more. Now we're drinking 10-cent beers on the streets of Toronto. Thank you. That's a true story.